Is this new Xbox feature the key to one of Microsoft's most ambitious promises ever? What is up, y'all? I'm Ray. This is my channel, Xbox Ready, where we get on and we talk about Xbox stuff, the latest news, rumors, games, accessories, pretty much anything I want to talk about as long as it's about Xbox in some way. And in today's video, we're going to talk about a new feature that's being tested that may have broader implications for Xbox's future hardware, some of the more bizarre stories involving Xbox, AI, and their most recent layoffs, and then we'll wrap up the video talking about a game that has just done so much with helping me unwind and relax. Oh, and by the way, it's also available on Game Pass. Going into this generation, I thought everything was going to be about the Xbox Series X and S. What can Microsoft do to prop up those consoles, get people to buy them, whether it's making all Bethesda games exclusive to Xbox? In my mind, when I first started this channel, it was all about the console war. How can Microsoft sell more Xboxes than Sony can PlayStation? Fast forward to 2025, everything is topsy-turvy. It doesn't even seem like Xbox cares about selling Xbox consoles. Obviously, they've done a major pivot over the past year or two. And in the middle of all that, cloud gaming at the beginning of this gen was a footnote at best. Fast forward to today, and cloud gaming in many ways seems like it's front and center for Xbox. In some ways, they staked their entire brand identity on Xbox cloud gaming. The whole "this is an Xbox" campaign, your phone, your laptop, this handheld, this TV, so much of that is based off of being able to stream games to those devices, which is just crazy to think about because cloud gaming, technically hilariously so, is still in beta. And when you compare Xbox cloud gaming to their competitors, NVIDIA GeForce Now, even historically like Google Stadia, in many ways, Xbox is still trying to catch up to those guys. But to their credit, Xbox, Microsoft, they have been working on Xbox cloud gaming, slowly building it up over the years so it can be finally taken seriously as a standalone thing. There's all sorts of cloud gaming accessories now. They're working on bringing cloud gaming to other places, not just your phone or laptop. No, LG TVs, Samsung TVs. We know that they're working on improving the bitrate, the overall quality of the game stream. But for years, the one feature that everyone kept asking for, including me, was, hey, when can we finally stream games that we own? What about some of these other games that I've bought over the years? Why don't they get any love, Xbox? Why can't they be beamed to my phone or my crappy laptop? Of course, that all changed when Xbox introduced the Stream Your Own Games initiative. Not the sexiest name, but very straightforward. It tells you exactly what you can do. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, if you have access to Xbox Cloud Gaming, nowadays, not only can you play all of the Game Pass library through the stream, but also certain games that you own digitally. When it first came out, I thought it was really cool when I opened up the cloud dashboard and I saw not only the Game Pass games, but other ones that I've bought over the years, like my digital copy of The Witcher, Cyberpunk, Space Marine 2. It went a long way in making cloud gaming just feel more legit overall. I still think it's a little strange that Xbox is continuing to lock cloud gaming, any of these features, behind a paywall by making you subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. Depending on where Xbox Play Anywhere goes, how much traction that gets. Imagine the marketing angle if you're Microsoft. I mean, if you buy one of our games, you get it on your Xbox, you get the PC version, and oh yeah, you can also stream it to any device. But for now, if you want to stream any game through Xbox, whether it's on Game Pass, whether you own it, you gotta be subscribed to Ultimate. But Ray, why are you talking about this thing that came out a while ago now? You've talked about it so many times on the channel before. Well, because Microsoft Xbox, they are not done with it. Soon you'll be able to stream your own game on PC through the Xbox PC app. This past Tuesday, Xbox announced that insiders with Game Pass Ultimate can try streaming Xbox games they own, including some that are available on console only, directly to the Xbox PC app. This is cool to me for a couple of reasons because, well, again, when I go to the cloud gaming tab on my Xbox PC app, it'll just be cool to see games that I own straight up. I don't remember enrolling in the Xbox PC app insider thing, but when I open up my app and I go to the cloud gaming tab, it seems like I already have access to this because I see, you know, Expedition 33, that's on Game Pass, so of course I could stream that. Firebreak, Oblivion, but then here we have The Witcher 3, which is obviously not on Game Pass, any tier of Game Pass. I bought this almost 10 years ago, and it says that I can play with xCloud. Very cool. I mean, as much as I love this game, I mean, I have hit this dude's swords on my wall, but I've only unlocked 46% of the achievements? That doesn't seem right. Anyway, back to why I think this is cool. One, it makes it feel more legit. I have access to my games in more places, but on my PC specifically, I don't have a ton of storage. So this could really go a long way. And, if I want to jump back into The Witcher 3, but I don't want to, go through the trouble of downloading it, deleting other games or whatever, I could just play it through the cloud. The other day, I deleted Call of Duty off of my Xbox. I only ever play it once in a while, and it was like, we need to update this game. And oh yeah, we need 250 gigs of space. I don't know if they had to re-download like the whole thing, the whole hub, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I said, cancel that. And it was like, are you sure? Because if you cancel this update, you're also not gonna have Call of Duty on the Xbox anymore. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I only jump in, again, like once in a blue moon. 250 gigs on my Xbox, I mean, 250 gigs on this thing alone, my Blade, would be just catastrophic. It would take up like my entire storage. I understand playing Call of Duty like that puts me at a severe disadvantage. But if you're just trying to play casually, play a couple of matches, it's not so bad. This is me playing Black Ops 6 on an Amazon Fire Stick, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, yeah, I was getting goss sometimes, but I was also doing the getting. How's Marshawn Lynch say it?
Man, I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got though.
So yeah, having access to something like this, that would be cool. Oh, I see. There's like a whole, I'm looking back on my Xbox app now, and there's like a whole section for stream your own game. Now, before anyone says anything, yes, this is something that you can already technically do. Stream Xbox games to a PC by going to the xbox.com/play website, accessing cloud gaming through a browser. Still, I think this is a smart move on Xbox's part, unifying all aspects of their ecosystem to one app rather than segmenting it and spreading it across all different apps, browsers, all sorts of stuff. That's definitely something that I want to see as an Xbox fan, a universal Xbox experience that has everything, my PC, console games, cloud games that can be transferred to a handheld, to my PC, and to my console. The other interesting thing about this is them specifically saying that you can stream the console versions, the Xbox versions, and play them on your PC. Perhaps I'm thinking too much into this, but well, playing console versions of an Xbox game on your PC, that's cool, but I swear to God, this better not be the solution that they were alluding to when they made that announcement about the AMD partnership, when they said that your Xbox library, your digital library, will be compatible with these next-gen Xbox consoles. There's already a precedent for it that everyone hates over on PlayStation. The only way to play a lot of PS3 era games on a modern PlayStation console is if you subscribe to PlayStation Plus and emulate them or stream them. I have not heard one good thing about this. If these next Xbox consoles come out, whether it's like the standard flagship one that lives in your entertainment center, plugs into your TV, or the handheld, if they come out, they're more like PC console hybrids, but Xbox is like, oh, don't worry, you can still play your old Xbox games on them through cloud gaming, I'm gonna absolutely freak out. It's gotta be native. I think they know that. I think that's what they're working on. More emulation versus streaming, but still, something in the back of my mind just feels like they're gonna use this as like a way out, or like break glass in case of emergency, in case we can't actually figure that out. I'm obviously thinking way too hard about where all of this is going, this innocent update that they're releasing, that they're testing right now. So let's move on. Obviously, the headlines have been dominated by Xbox and their layoffs, Microsoft and their layoffs, studio closures, game cancellations, all that. In a previous video, we talked about one developer who works at Halo Studios saying that they're Microsoft, Xbox, they're trying their damnedest to replace people with AI, which, like, I don't know. I haven't seen an instance yet where a real person has been replaced by a machine or an automated thing or AI where the experience has been better. I'm sure it's cheaper for the company, but oftentimes as a customer, it's frustrating. Dealing with apps that have like no actual people to talk to, it's all just automated. Anything having to do with AI or automated customer service stuff, it's just worse. So suffice it to say, I am not pleased to hear about this internal memo that's been apparently going around at Microsoft saying that 200 developers that were laid off at King will be replaced by AI. This was a memo that was obtained by Mobile Gamer Biz, and it reads just like as a like, oh, commonly asked questions, and here's like what the deal is. Why is this happening? The industry is changing fast, and our business has not been growing growing, even though Phil Spencer just said it was like the most profitable year, but we'll ignore that. When that happens, we must not only look outside at competitors in the market, but also inside. As we've talked about before, we are making several changes to get the business back to growing, unlocking many more AI tools as one recent example. Blah, 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 blah. The size and the structure of the company often makes it too difficult to get things done. We're going to downsize and use these AI tools to kind of mitigate that. And to add more salt in the wound, Mobile Gamer continues and says that the staff that's being let go are the ones that trained the AI tools in the first place. Listen, people are working with AI. Your favorite content creators are probably working with AI right now, whether it's writing scripts, editing, AI thumbnail generation. People are using this, but no one should talk about how they use it, especially Xbox right now, especially when they're embroiled in controversy with all these layoffs. This also comes in the same week when they posted this clearly AI generated ad looking for a new graphics lead. It looks like they deleted it on LinkedIn already, but it was like not even good AI. It was like that Bitmoji generator, and then the computer, like the screen was facing the wrong way. Even Microsoft's own people are like, what is going on? But I will say, on the other side, if the goal was to get a lot of eyes on this post, mission accomplished, right? This thing went absolutely viral. But it's not all bad news when it comes to Xbox's Microsoft's layoffs. I mean, overall, it is a bad situation, but I was also reading that no ZeniMax Online developer has been laid off following the cancellation of Project Blackbird, which is the new MMO that they had been working on. Obviously, with the cancellation of Perfect Dark and the closure of the initiative, when we were hearing stuff about, oh, Project Blackbird is canceled, this game that was meant to be the project that ZeniMax Online moved onto after Elder Scrolls Online, the question becomes like, okay, what are they going to work on now? Are they even going to have jobs since they're not working on Project Blackbird anymore? Hopefully this means the team that was working on Blackbird is being shifted over to work on other internal projects. My hope, my wish is that they're being shifted on over to help with Fallout. And to finish out the video, I do like to take some time and talk about what I'm currently playing. I'm a little late to the train, but I have been playing Tony Hawk's 3 and 4. Thanks to my new friends at Activision, I did get a code. I didn't get it like super early in the review period, but early enough that I got to play it a couple days before it launched. So big shout out to them. I've been having a blast. Now let me provide some further context on that. I am not an OG fan of these games. I played the first Tony Hawk, maybe the second. I have no memory of playing the third or fourth game. And when I look at a lot of the Steam reviews, I'm like, oh yeah, it seems like the OG fans are not pleased, especially with how they handled Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. But I'm not an OG fan. I have nothing to compare it to. I've just been having straight enjoyment in my experience. This has become the perfect game for me that it just helps me unwind. At first I was a little overwhelmed. I was like, holy crap, I only have 2 minutes to do all of these things, collect skate, pull off these combos, freaking grind on whatever. But once I realized, oh no, it just resets, I was like, okay, this is awesome. I could just turn my brain off for 2 minutes. I have this one specific goal in mind, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm still working my way through the 3 portion, but I've been really enjoying the maps, especially Suburbia. For some reason, it just feels like nostalgic for me, even though I didn't play those original games. I was bummed at first because I'm like, damn, I really suck at this game. I'm falling all the time. I'm not landing anything. I'm just doing like the basic stuff. But over time, I've had that satisfaction of pulling off better tricks, longer combos. At first, when I was dropped into Foundry, I was like, what? How am I ever gonna get the pro score? How am I ever gonna get 50,000 points? That seems impossible. Same thing when I moved on to Canada, I was like, what? 75,000 points? 110,000 points? How am I ever gonna fucking do that? But what I like about my experience with Tony Hawk is that it encourages you to just try crazy stuff. It's not like when you're skateboarding in real life, where if you do something crazy, you can get a concussion or like break your ankle or something. No, when you fall in this game, you get back up. So that's when I started to realize, oh, I could start with like 50-50 grind on this, and then ollie on over to this other rail and start another grind. But before I do that, maybe I'll do like a flip trick. Oh, that keeps the combo going. Okay, maybe I'll jump off this rail, acid drop into this bowl, and I already have my special, so I'll start doing my special tricks, start doing the special Doom grind thing where I take off a chainsaw and just like grind around the bowl. I love games that enable you to just try things, crazy things. No stall off of this like moving aircraft. Grind around this tree, clear this crazy gap. I'm having a ton of fun with it. And again, I'm not an OG fan. I'm not a skater. I mean, I went through a phase like from 18 to 23 where I would ride around on a skateboard. I could do an ollie and I could drop in on a bowl, but that was pretty much it. But despite all that, I'm still having a lot of fun with it. And of course, if you want to try it out, it's on Game Pass as well. Definitely a no-brainer if you're a subscriber. Anyways, guys, that's all the Xbox stuff I have to talk about today. Thanks so much for joining me for another edition of Xbox Ready. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.